Let us talk about something that doesn't get enough attention in senior health. What happens to your muscles while you sleep? You see, after the age of 60, your body begins to experience a natural process called sarcopenia. That means your muscles slowly shrink, your strength weakens, and your independence starts to slip away if you don't take action. But here's the encouraging news. What you eat before bed can make all the difference. The right bedtime snacks can actually feed your muscles through the night, helping them repair, rebuild, and stay strong. Think of it this way. While you're resting, your body is hard at work. Your muscles don't stop needing fuel when you close your eyes. In fact, nighttime is when much of the repair and recovery takes place. And if you provide your body with the right kind of protein, amino acids, and nutrients before bed, you wake up not weaker, but stronger. You wake up with muscles that are protected, supported, and ready for the day ahead. So today, I want to share with you 5 of the best protein-packed bedtime snacks for seniors. These are not complicated, they're not expensive, and they're backed by science. Each one delivers a unique type of protein that works with your body's natural rhythms to restore muscle mass, and together they can become a powerful part of your nightly routine. The first snack is cottage cheese. This simple food is one of the most underrated muscle protectors for seniors. Cottage cheese is rich in casein protein, which digests slowly. That means instead of a quick spike of amino acids that disappears in an hour, you get a steady release of building blocks for your muscles throughout the night. Studies show that eating cottage cheese before bed increases muscle protein synthesis in older adults. In other words, it literally tells your body, don't break down muscle while you sleep. Build it instead. The second snack is Greek yogurt. Now, Greek yogurt is higher in protein than regular yogurt, and it also contains probiotics that support gut health. Why does that matter? Because a healthy gut improves nutrient absorption, making sure your muscles actually get the protein you eat. A bowl of Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of chia seeds or flax seeds gives you both fast-digesting whey protein and fiber to stabilize blood sugar overnight. That combination protects your muscles and supports your metabolism at the same time. The third snack is a handful of nuts, especially almonds or walnuts. While they don't have as much protein as dairy, they provide healthy fats, magnesium, and plant-based protein. These nutrients lower inflammation, which is crucial because chronic inflammation accelerates muscle loss. Eating nuts before bed doesn't just give your muscles protein. It creates a calmer internal environment that helps your muscles rebuild without interference. The fourth snack is a protein smoothie made with milk or a fortified plant-based milk. Adding a scoop of protein powder or even blending in silken tofu creates a balanced drink that delivers amino acids right when your body needs them most. The key is to keep it simple. No added sugars, no heavy ingredients. Just clean protein to supply your body with what it needs for overnight repair. And the fifth snack is boiled eggs. Now you might be surprised by this, but eggs are one of the most complete sources of protein on the planet. Eating 1 or 2 boiled eggs before bed provides not just protein, but also choline and vitamin D, nutrients essential for muscle and nerve function. Eggs are digested steadily, giving your muscles the amino acids they need to stay strong well into the night. Think about what this means. Instead of losing muscle while you sleep, you can wake up stronger, more energized, and more confident in your body. These 5 bedtime snacks, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, nuts, protein smoothies, and boiled eggs, can transform your nights from a time of loss into a time of growth. And here is the most important part. It is not about eating all of them at once. It's about choosing 1 or 2 that you enjoy, making them part of your nightly rhythm, and letting consistency do the work. Over weeks and months, your body will respond. You'll notice you walk with more stability, climb stairs with more ease, and carry groceries without strain. These are not small changes. These are the foundations of independence, dignity, and longevity. So tonight, when you think about what snack to reach for, don't think about chips, cookies, or empty calories. Think about your muscles, your strength, your future. Choose one of these 5 protein-packed bedtime snacks and let your body do what it was designed to do: heal, repair, and rebuild. Because growing older doesn't have to mean growing weaker. With the right choices, it can mean growing stronger, every single day. Think about the moment you lay your head on the pillow at night. Your day has ended, but your body is not resting in the way you might imagine. Underneath the surface, your muscles, your bones, and even your circulation are entering a critical window of repair. Sleep is when your body restores itself, and your muscles are the #1 tissue that depend on this recovery process. But here's the problem. If your body doesn't have the right nutrients at that exact time, the repair doesn't happen. Instead of building, your body starts breaking down. This is why many seniors wake up feeling weaker over time, not stronger. It's not just aging, it's undernourished recovery. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle, is not simply the result of growing older. It is the result of your muscles being starved while you sleep. Your body doesn't have what it needs to rebuild, and if this continues night after night, year after year, the decline becomes noticeable. Suddenly, the legs feel heavier, climbing stairs feels harder, carrying groceries becomes exhausting. Independence starts to slip through your fingers quietly, almost invisibly, until it becomes too obvious to ignore. But here is the good news. Science shows us that the nighttime window is also an opportunity. If you give your body the right type of protein and nutrients before you sleep, your muscles not only stop breaking down, they start rebuilding. In fact, studies have revealed something remarkable. Older adults who consume protein-rich snacks like cottage cheese before bed show higher muscle protein synthesis rates compared to those who go to sleep on an empty stomach. This means their muscles are actively growing while they sleep. Now let's pause for a moment, because this is not about becoming a bodybuilder. This is about something far more meaningful. Maintaining strength to hold your grandchild walking steadily without fear of falling, enjoying a morning walk without fatigue, and keeping the dignity of being able to care for yourself without relying on others. That is the true power of protecting muscle at night. And here's something many people don't realize. Muscle is not just about strength. Muscle is also one of the most important organs in your body. Yes, you heard that right. Muscle is an organ because it releases special hormones called myokines. These myokines act like messengers that protect your heart, lower inflammation, boost your metabolism, and even improve your brain health. So when you protect your muscles, you're not just protecting your ability to move, you are protecting your entire body from aging faster. Now imagine the difference between two seniors. One goes to bed every night without protein, maybe just a cup of tea or some crackers. Their body has no fuel, so instead of repairing muscle, it breaks it down for energy. The next morning they wake up slightly weaker, slightly stiffer, slightly less stable on their feet. Over time, this adds up to visible frailty. The other senior enjoys a small bowl of cottage cheese or Greek yogurt with seeds before bed. Their body now has the building blocks it needs. Through the night, while they dream, their muscles are actually repairing and growing. They wake up feeling stronger, steadier, more alive. Multiply this over months and years, and the difference becomes staggering. One path leads to weakness and dependence. The other leads to strength, vitality, and independence, well into the 70s, 80s, and even 90s. This is why I want you to see bedtime snacks not as indulgence, but as medicine. Food is information for your body. And at night, the message your food gives your body is critical. If you eat sugar before bed, the message is confusion and inflammation. If you eat protein, the message is repair, rebuild, restore. Now let us dive a little deeper into each of these 5 foods and why they are so effective when eaten at night. We already began with cottage cheese, but let's expand on it, because this is perhaps the most powerful nighttime snack of them all. Cottage cheese contains casein, a slow-digesting protein. This means your body takes hours to break it down, delivering amino acids steadily throughout the night. Unlike whey protein, which spikes quickly and then disappears, casein is like a slow drip IV of muscle-building nutrition. This is exactly what your body needs while you're asleep. In fact, in one study from Maastricht University in the Netherlands, researchers gave older adults 30 grams of casein protein before bed. The result? Their muscles built significantly more protein overnight compared to those who didn't. This is science proving that what you eat right before sleep can directly shape how strong you are in the morning. Greek yogurt, on the other hand, offers a slightly different benefit. While it doesn't have as much casein as cottage cheese, it combines fast and slow proteins, giving your muscles a quick boost of amino acids while also providing steady release. But Greek yogurt also contains probiotics, those friendly bacteria that support your gut. And here's the fascinating connection. A healthy gut microbiome improves protein absorption. This means that if your gut is balanced, the protein you eat before bed is used more efficiently by your muscles. It's not just what you eat, it's how your body uses it. That's why Greek yogurt can be such a valuable nighttime ally. And then there are nuts. People often underestimate them because they're not considered a high-protein food compared to dairy or eggs. But nuts contain unique plant proteins, healthy fats, and minerals like magnesium. Magnesium, in particular, is essential for muscle relaxation and repair. In fact, magnesium deficiency is linked to nighttime cramps, restless legs, and poor sleep quality. By eating a small handful of nuts before bed, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're also calming your nervous system, making your sleep deeper and more restorative. And remember, quality of sleep is just as important as quantity when it comes to muscle recovery. But let's take it further. I want you to think of bedtime snacks not only as food but as strategy. Every bite has a purpose, every nutrient a role. Your body is the theater, and these foods are the actors performing a play of restoration. And when they perform well together, the result is strength, vitality, and resilience. Now let's move to the fourth bedtime snack, the protein smoothie. At first you might think of smoothies as a daytime drink, something you'd have in the morning for breakfast. But here's the fascinating part. Smoothies can be designed specifically as nighttime fuel. By blending milk or a dairy alternative, a scoop of protein powder, and maybe a handful of berries, you create a perfectly balanced combination of protein, antioxidants, and natural anti-inflammatory compounds. The magic of a smoothie lies in its flexibility. For seniors who find chewing heavier foods difficult before bed, a smoothie is gentle and easy to digest. For those with smaller appetites, a half glass still delivers enough nutrients to make a difference overnight. And for those looking to enhance circulation and recovery, adding foods like blueberries or spinach infuses polyphenols, natural plant compounds that reduce inflammation in the blood vessels and improve blood flow to the muscles. Think about this for a moment. When blood flow improves, your muscles receive oxygen and nutrients more efficiently. Imagine your muscles like a sponge. Blood flow is the water that soaks it. Without circulation, the sponge stays dry, stiff, and brittle. With good blood flow, it becomes soft, resilient, and capable of stretching and working without damage. That's the power of circulation, and it's why smoothies, enriched with antioxidant-rich fruits, become more than just calories. They become medicine for your blood vessels and your muscles. Now let's talk about eggs. Simple, humble, and one of the most complete muscle foods in the world. Eggs are sometimes underestimated because they are so common, but do not let their simplicity fool you. Each egg is a powerhouse of essential amino acids, the very building blocks your body needs to construct and repair muscle. In fact, eggs have what scientists call a perfect biological value. This means the protein in eggs is absorbed and used more efficiently by the human body than almost any other food. But there's something else about eggs that makes them particularly powerful for seniors. They contain leucine, a special amino acid that acts like a trigger for muscle growth. Think of leucine as the ignition switch in your car. Without it, the engine doesn't start, no matter how much fuel you have. With leucine, the process of muscle protein synthesis is switched on. And here's the key. As we age, our bodies require more leucine to spark this process compared to when we were younger. That's why eggs are such a vital nighttime snack. They provide exactly what aging muscles need in the exact form your body can use. Now imagine this. A simple hard-boiled egg eaten before bed could be the difference between a body that weakens overnight and one that rebuilds. Such a small, humble food can play such a massive role in maintaining independence, mobility, and confidence. Let me tell you about one of my patients, a man named Robert. He was 72 years old, a retired teacher, and when he first came to me, he was frustrated. He loved gardening, but he noticed he couldn't kneel down and get back up easily anymore. His legs felt heavy, his arms weak, and his wife worried about him falling. He believed it was just aging. something inevitable he had to accept. But together we looked at his diet. Like many people, he was eating 3 meals a day, but there was a huge gap before bedtime when his body was fasting. His muscles were essentially starving overnight. I suggested adding a nighttime snack, a simple one. Cottage cheese a few nights, a protein smoothie others, and some nights just 2 boiled eggs. Robert committed. Within a few weeks, he noticed something remarkable. He wasn't just maintaining, he was regaining strength. He could kneel in his garden again. His balance improved, his confidence returned. His wife noticed his energy was brighter. And here's the most powerful part. Robert told me, "Doctor, I feel like I've been given time back." That is the gift of nighttime nutrition. And he's not alone. Study after study shows that seniors who consume protein before bed not only preserve muscle, but also improve physical performance. They walk faster, climb stairs more easily, and recover from daily stress on their body more efficiently. In a sense, they are reversing the silent clock of sarcopenia that ticks away in so many lives unnoticed. Let's reflect for a moment. What I've shared with you is not just about food. It's about reclaiming control over aging. Too often, people believe that frailty is inevitable, that weakness is unavoidable, that growing older means surrendering strength. But science shows us the opposite. With the right strategy, with the right foods, and with the right consistency, you can build muscle even into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. You can strengthen your legs, steady your balance, and even protect your heart and brain through the simple act of eating wisely before bed. This is not just nutrition, it is empowerment. So now that we've uncovered the science and the stories behind these 5 protein-packed bedtime snacks, let's take the next step together. Because knowledge without action doesn't transform lives. It's what you do tonight, tomorrow, and the next day that makes the difference. Here's how you can turn this into a simple, sustainable nightly routine that fits your life. Think of it like building a ritual, a gentle anchor at the end of your day. On one night, start with cottage cheese, a small bowl. Half a cup is enough. If you want, add a few berries or a drizzle of honey for flavor. As you enjoy it, remind yourself, this is feeding my muscles. This is fueling my body to grow stronger while I rest. On another night, switch to Greek yogurt. Add a sprinkle of flaxseed or chia seeds. The seeds provide omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation, while the yogurt's protein and probiotics nourish your gut and muscles. As you eat it, think, tonight my muscles are not breaking down, they are repairing. Then on a different night, choose a small handful of almonds or walnuts. Simple, satisfying, and powerful. Pair them with a glass of water or herbal tea. Feel the crunch as you chew and know that inside, those nutrients are calming inflammation, protecting your blood vessels, and sending protein to your muscles like little messengers of strength. Another night, make a protein smoothie. Blend milk or almond milk, a scoop of protein powder, maybe a handful of spinach and some frozen berries. Sip it slowly, knowing that every swallow carries amino acids that will be put to work in your sleep. And on some nights, keep it as simple as 2 boiled eggs. No fuss, no complication. Just eggs, the humble food that sparks muscle growth. As you eat them, think about the ignition switch of leucine turning on inside your body, sparking strength and resilience. This rotation keeps things fresh. It prevents boredom. It gives your body a variety of proteins, nutrients, and healthy fats. And most importantly, it keeps your muscles consistently supplied with what they need, because consistency is what builds resilience over time. Now, let's talk about the rhythm of your day. Imagine this. You finish dinner around 7 p.m. You wind down, maybe watch some television, read a book, or call a loved one. And before bed, around 9:30 or 10 p.m., you take 5 minutes to choose one of these snacks. It doesn't take much time, but that small act is not small at all. It is an investment. An investment in your mobility, your confidence, your independence, and here's what happens next. While you sleep, instead of your body dipping into your muscles for energy, it draws from the steady stream of amino acids you've given it. Instead of losing muscle, you build. Instead of waking up stiff, tired, or weak, you wake up steadier, stronger, and more energized. You wake up prepared for life, not behind, but ahead. Let's add another piece here: hydration. Before bed, alongside your snack, have a small glass of water or an herbal tea. Hydration helps nutrients circulate. It helps your muscles absorb what you've eaten. It prevents cramping and improves sleep quality. And when paired with protein, it ensures your body functions as smoothly as possible overnight. And finally, consider a little movement in your day. You don't need hours in a gym. Just 10-15 minutes of light exercise, gentle stretches, walking, bodyweight squats, stimulates your muscles and prepares them to receive the protein at night. It's like planting seeds in the soil during the day and watering them at night. The combination creates growth. This is the rhythm of strength. It's not complicated. It doesn't require expensive supplements, fancy equipment, or drastic changes. It requires small, steady steps. Cottage cheese one night, yogurt another, nuts the next, a smoothie or eggs. It requires consistency, hydration, and just a little movement. And then, something beautiful happens. One day, you notice you're standing up from a chair more easily. A week later, you realize you can carry groceries without strain. A month later, you're climbing stairs with more confidence. And over time, you feel like life is opening up again, not closing in. That is the quiet, powerful effect of feeding your muscles before bed. That is the gift of these 5 simple snacks. When I work with seniors, I often hear the same quiet fears. The fear of falling, the fear of being a burden, the fear of losing independence. These are not small worries. They touch the very heart of what it means to live with dignity. But here's the truth. You are not powerless. Every choice you make, every bite of food, every step you take has the power to rewrite your future. The bedtime snacks we've talked about may seem simple: a spoonful of cottage cheese, a small cup of yogurt, a handful of nuts, a smoothie, a boiled egg. These are not exotic or expensive. They are not hidden in some health store that you need to travel across town to find. They are right there, in your kitchen, in your grocery store, in your everyday life. And yet, inside them lies the difference between decline and resilience, between weakness and strength, between surrendering your independence and holding on to it. Think about the last time you stood up from a chair. Was it easy, or did it take effort? Think about walking across the room. Did you feel steady, or did you need to hold on? Now imagine a future where those simple actions feel effortless again, where you can bend, walk, climb stairs, garden, carry groceries, hug your grandchildren, all without hesitation. That future begins with what you eat tonight. Your muscles are not gone. They are waiting. They are ready to respond if you give them the right fuel. Science shows us that even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond, muscle can grow, strength can return, energy can be renewed. Your body is more resilient than you realize. But it doesn't happen by accident, it happens by choice. By making the decision tonight to choose strength over weakness, nourishment over neglect, growth over decline. So I invite you, no, I urge you, to take this step. Open your fridge. Reach for the cottage cheese, the yogurt, the eggs. Grab a handful of nuts. Blend a simple smoothie. Do it not just once, but again and again. Let it become your nightly ritual. Let it be the way you say to your body, I am not giving up. I am rebuilding. I am growing stronger. Because aging does not have to mean growing frail. Aging can mean becoming wiser, yes, but also stronger, more resilient, more alive. The science is clear. The choice is yours. So tonight, as you close your day, remember this. Your body is listening. Feed it strength. Give it what it needs. And tomorrow morning, when you rise, feel the difference. Feel the power of knowing you are in control, because your future is not something that happens to you. It is something you build, one choice, one snack, one night at a time.